Welcome to Pilates for Runners. This is a 10-minute total session and it's going to be focusing on glute and hip strength. As always, we're working through our core to help with our balance and also to help maintain our form. So focusing on form first, we're going to imagine that piece of string coming from the bottom, through the spine, out through the crown of the head, pulling us up towards the ceiling. So we lift the rib cage up and away from the hips. We're able to draw the shoulder blades down and slightly together so we're open across the chest. And then we tuck the tailbone down towards the floor so we have that nice neutral spine. From there, we're going to take the focus to our breath, taking a big breath in through the nose, widening through the ribs, and then exhaling out through the mouth. Full and wide in through the nose, into the rib cage, exhaling out through the mouth. And we're going to use that breath to find our core connection. So imagine that hips to belt coming low across the abdominals, drawing the breath all the way in through the nose. We're going to pause at the top and tighten that belt as tight as it'll go. So pulling everything in and then releasing slowly as we release the breath. And again, in through the nose. This time just pulling that belt in halfway. So if it's a 10-notch belt, just to your 5th notch, we're still going to release it as we release the breath. And again, in through the nose. Just tightening that belt to your 3rd notch now. This time when we release the breath, we should be able to hold on to that connection. So keeping that connection through the session, we're going to start to warm up with some simple squats, taking the weight back and the arms up. Coming back up by driving through the heels. Taking the weight back into the heels and then pushing through to come up. As we come down, we want to maintain that form through the spine. So lovely lift through the crown of the head, shoulders drawing back and down, rather than collapsing through the spine as we drop into the knees. So lifting up and then coming up. Lift with the arms and chest and back up. We've got 5 and 4. See if you can get a bit lower each time so we start to warm up through the range of movement as well. 2. Last ones. Coming up, fingertips onto your hip bones. We're going to try and keep them level as much as possible. Taking the weight into one leg and taking the other leg behind. Dropping into a lunge, keeping that knee facing forwards, not dropping inwards. We're going to step it in and then take the same leg out to the side. Dropping into the knee, keeping that leg straight. So staying with the same leg, it goes behind and then to the side. We're going to try and use this standing leg to really draw up and balance us. So we come down through the front heel and then we use it to pull us back up, allow us to drop into this knee and then pulls us back to the center again. Back and then side. And when you've found that balance on this standing leg, we're going to try and keep the foot up as we move. So we drop down, lift the foot up, take it behind, keep it off the floor. If that's too much, just go back to tapping it through the center as you change positions. We've got 4 more. 4, pull up through that front leg. Back, pull back with that leg. Keep the chest up and open, so maintain that form as you're working. Last 2. Last one. Good, bringing that leg down. We're going to do the same on the other side. So other leg goes back and then out to the side. Remember, you can tap the foot in the middle to help with your balance. But if you find it on that standing leg, bring the foot up and then take it out. Draw yourself back with this leg. Keep the weight in that front leg. Draw yourself up. Side. Once you've got the movement, just scan your mind down your body. You should still be lifting up from the crown of the head. Shoulders still drawn back and down. Lower abs still gently connecting inwards. Hip bones still level. We've got 4 more after this one. For 4, pull yourself back. 3, pull yourself up. 2, Last ones. Coming back in. And we're going to take this leg back so that it's straight, and we're going to drop into this knee again. So this becomes our standing leg, and we're going to lift and lower this one. We lift and lower. You're trying to keep the weight over this standing leg. So you've got a little hinge from the hip, but you're still open across the chest. Lower abs pulling in. It's almost like a little semi-squat on this leg. You don't want a straight leg here. So nice bend in the knee. Good. For 6, 5, 4, really still through the body. So lower abs in, shoulders back and down. Last one. Now we're going to take it over to the other side. Bend into this knee, this leg straightens. Draw the shoulders back and down, lift and lower. Like I say, trying to keep the weight over that standing leg. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, lower abs in, 1. One more set to each side. Drop into that knee, straighten this leg, shoulders back and down, abs in, lifting and lowering. For 6, 5, try not to move the body as you get tired. Stick with working through the hips to lift this leg up. Hips and glutes working. And 1. Last time to this side. Stay low in this knee. Good. Keep the breath flowing. Keep those lower abs pulling in to help with the form in the upper body. Helps to keep the body still as well. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to this standing leg here. This time we're going to take it back in a long leg. So keeping the back leg straight, sweeping the arms up. Weight stays in this front leg. Then tap it in. Extend that leg back, tap it in. So like I say, the weight staying in this front leg, driving down through the front heel. Nice straight leg behind you. Going back as far as you can. When you're ready, start to bring the knee up in front. Lunge back, lift up. Drive down through that front heel. So we're working through the glutes at the front leg. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lunge back. Now from here, we're going to use this front leg to pull us forward into a hinge. Up, tap the foot back. So use this leg to pull you up. If that's too much, stay here and just hinge from the hip, keeping the weight in the front leg. But if you can, using that front leg to pull you up into a hold, and then lowering with control. Up and back. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We're going to hold on the 1. So your options are to be up here with the leg, bring it in and then out. So nice tall spine. If that's too much, become a little bit more upright and then work here. So the more upright you are, the easier it becomes. In, out. Lengthen the arms, lengthen the leg. Good. For 6, 5. Scan the mind down the body again. Nice open chest. Abs pulling in. Last ones. Extend. Come back up with control. Shake it off. And we're going to do the same on the other leg. So taking the weight to the other leg, we do that lunge back. So the back leg is straight, arms come up, and then we pull ourselves back up with this front leg. Tap and back. So chest up, back leg straight. When you're ready, you're going to pull yourself up and bring that knee up in front. Lunge back, draw yourself up in front. So the weight goes down through that front heel, lunge back, pull up. For 6, 5, keep the weight in that front leg. 3, 2, and 1. So your options here are just to hinge from the hip, keeping the weight in that front leg, keeping the back nice and tall, or if you can, using that front leg to pull you up into a hold, lower back down with control. Into a hold, back down with control. And when you've done that movement and found that rhythm, again, just scan your mind down your body. Crown of the head still pulling away, so you're nice and tall through the spine. You're not rounding the shoulders. The lower abs are pulling in to help support that balance and that position through the spine. For 4, 3, drive down through that front heel, 2, and 1. Staying in this position, legs and arms come in, extend and away. In, extend. Remember, your option here is to be a little bit more upright, a little bit easier on the core and on that standing leg. Try and keep that leg up nice and high behind you. So you're working into the glutes to lift it up. Draw the shoulder blades down and together, keep a nice open chest. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back in, come up, shake off the legs, and we are done. Try to make sure you do some hip and glute stretches now just to ease off, but otherwise, enjoy your day.